Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Angels and Healing Light Show. I'm Laura Romeiro. I'm your hostess today, and I'm so happy to be here again in 2026, bringing you the energy of the angels, God's messengers, and helping you find your connection to them in your everyday life. So, welcome back to 2026 already. Isn't that Somebody commented already, how many days till Christmas again? I'm like, oh gosh, slow down. I'm still trying to catch up with 2026, but I thought that was pretty funny. Well, good morning. Good morning. Hi, Carol Ann. How nice to have you here. Always good to have you here, my friend. So thank you, everybody, for watching, whether you're on Rumble, YouTube, X, BitChute, wherever you're watching or listening from. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for joining your fellow angel lovers around the world and being here to be part of this angel circle. So welcome, welcome. I thought that today I would talk about Archangel Chamuel, and very much looking forward to telling you more about Archangel Chamuel. First, though, little bit of homework here to get out of the way. Tomorrow, I am going to be the guest on Marcia Clover's show, The Mile. And this is at 1:00 Eastern time. And it's kind of some time spending with Marcia where she will ask some questions about her guest, which tomorrow is going to be me. Marcia is taking over this show in honor of her beloved cousin Bobby. And her goal is really to just let people know walking a mile in your shoes. It's a very interesting show. She has a lot of great questions. I'm looking forward to being there tomorrow. So hope you will be too. And maybe learning a little bit more about me. So welcome. Lots of course, good things coming up with our VIP shows, our spiritual message circle, and so many great shows this week and every week with our amazing hostesses with the mostesses. Each and every one of us is really mission driven to bring you the highest information we can to help you live a life that is filled with more joy, more love, helping with your personal growth, your spiritual growth. And really, that's why we do this. It is a mission of love. Every one of us is vastly different from the other. So we all have different messages, different ways of bringing information to you, but they're all filled with love and a desire to help you live a happier life. So check out all of our shows every day of the week, except for, let me see, every day of the week. Actually, I think we do have a show. So, and starting pretty soon, I believe February, Joanne Leo, numerologist extraordinaire, will be joining us on Thursday afternoons, I think at 4:00, if I remember correctly. So looking forward to having Joanne. Joanne is so knowledgeable and so kind and loving. It'll be really good to see her beautiful face and hear her messages for all of us as well. She's a very wise woman. So I hope that you'll be able to check out her show as well. Good morning, Patty. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Glad to have you here. So some nice end of the month for me, end of December. I got to go on my first cruise with my husband and I. We went on a nice short, 4-day Bahama cruise where the highlight of the trip for me was being able to have a beautiful view of the ocean from our room. And we had a nice balcony where we could just sit out and enjoy. The weather wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't bad either. We had a little bit of rough, high winds and a little bit of overcast. But, there was one day where it was about 75 degrees. And I was able to sit outside in the sun for about 40 minutes. I live in Florida. Sitting out in the sun is not something I do much anymore because it is just stinking hot and humid. So you got to be careful not to just spontaneously burst into flames when you're sitting out in the sun. But it was about 75 degrees and the wind was perfect. It was beautiful. It was peaceful. And that was really the highlight of the trip for me. And I would do it again as long as I had that kind of a view. I had an opportunity to do a lot of thinking. That sitting outside, getting that fresh air and sun really gave me an opportunity to just tune out and do a lot of thinking and help line up the things that I want to do for this year. The priorities for this year, and bringing you more angel connections and angel messages is definitely part of that priority. So looking forward to seeing you every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Another, as we turned into the new year, both my husband and I came down with the flu, the influenza A. Let me tell you, not for the weak. It was a doozy. And I'm still kind of tired. I'm mostly recovered, but still just get tired quickly. And I think it's been over a week now, maybe getting on to a week and a half. But I'll tell you what, be careful out there. Make sure that you're protecting yourself with your hand sanitizers, mask if you need one, if you're at risk, if your health is frail, or, you're trying to protect yourself. Do what you can because it's highly contagious. And I get a flu shot every year and I'm sure it helped, but it was not apparently enough to knock this particular strain out, which I think is a newer strain. But I jokingly said to my husband one day, we are so sore, just body aches and coughing. Praying for the next dose, when's the next dose of Theraflu? Well, I got to take the Theraflu. But I jokingly said to my husband, well, there's got to be a silver lining in this somewhere. We were pretty much bedbound for a week, being surrounded by our dogs and cat that were taking good care of us and giving us lots of attention and affection and peace and healing energy. But the silver lining is, again, just got to tune out of all the distractions and the noise and the excess energy that comes with the holiday season. So I got a lot more thinking done, and I spent about the last week studying and learning and being inspired for the angel art that I have been trying to come up with exactly what I want to do or how to do it. Well, I have, through the forced inactivity, found a way to do that. So I'm very, very excited to get started on the angel art, and hopefully I will be able to show you something that turns out the way that I want it to look. But I'm excited about it. It's like a kid in a candy store. Ordered some new paints. Just very excited about that. So Maureen, good morning, Maureen, and Happy New Year to you as well. So, I wanted to talk about Archangel Chamuel today. So over the last couple of days, that has been the name that I've been given to talk about. Archangel Chamuel is not talked about very often. And he is one of the archangels that is up high in the archangel realm, but not discussed very often. And his name means he who sees God. Archangel Chamuel, he who sees God. And one of the things that Archangel Chamuel is known for is bringing love into our lives. Also divine healing and mercy. Archangel Chamuel really embodies those three things. And so he helps remind us of God's love, mercy, and compassion. Those three words all carry a lot of energy and a lot of power and a lot of weight, and they're all very important. Of course, love is very important. We don't talk about mercy very much, do we? That's not a word that's shown or bandied about very often, but it's a very powerful word. Compassion. Oh my goodness, it's right up there with love. The compassion is something else that is very powerful. So these three words and these three energies that Archangel Chamuel is responsible for helping us see, for helping us give, for helping us experience. And so those are some very powerful energies that God is asking for us to make part of our lives more. And since this is just a couple of days into a new year, what more perfect and perfect day and perfect time to help bring that energy into our lives. Today is also the day of Epiphany. Epiphany is a day of gifts. Epiphany also means manifestation. So being able to bring the things into our lives that help us create, because we are co-creators of everything in our lives, to help us create, to help us make change, to help us do things that are for our highest and greatest good of not only us, but it's bringing God's light, God's love, God's mercy, God's compassion into the world. And one of the hallmarks of Archangel Chamuel is his energetic signature, which is a beautiful rose pink and sometimes a pale green energy light. So pink is the color of love, right? Green is the color of healing. So Archangel Chamuel helps us with both. Being the angel that helps us see things that are not clear to us as well. So when we are stuck and we're trying to make a choice, make a decision, see what's coming next, it's not always visible or clear for us. And so Archangel Chamuel is an angel that can help us see what we need to see, what we can't see. I'm going to go over all of this a little bit more. But I just want you to be aware we have a very, very powerful angel to help us see God's love, mercy, compassion, help us see ourselves, help us see the love in ourselves. Because how often do we turn and look at the love at ourselves? We try to have loving relationships or asking for loving relationships with others. But sometimes we forget that we need to look at ourselves first and foremost and make sure that we are seeing the love within inside of us, not denigrating ourselves, not talking down about ourselves, but instead looking at the beautiful love that is in each and every one of us and honoring that love. That love is a gift from God. It is the most powerful force in the universe. So asking Archangel Chamuel to help us see the love that is within ourselves, the love that we are. Sometimes it gets hidden, sometimes it gets buried. Sometimes we just get caught up in life, right? And maybe we look in the mirror one day and we're like, oh, yeah, no, stop that. Stop that right now. No negative talk about yourself, because when we do that, it's easy to make that part of our daily narrative. So instead, let's replace that with love. You know what? I love me. I love my life. I love my home. I love my animals. I love that I was able to, fill in the blank, that I was able to do something. I was able to help a neighbor, or I had something that I was able to give or share or do for somebody or something else to make it better. That's love. That is love. So don't forget to honor the love in yourself. And if you have trouble doing that, ask Archangel Chamuel to help shine the light on the love with yourself, because once you are having a better relationship with yourself, then you will have a better relationship with others, and you will be able to have more deeper and loving relationships. Our animals are really, really good indicators. Our pets are good indicators of reminders of that love. And, they just have such unconditional love, and looking at you with that fathomless love in their eyes. Tune in on that, because our pets so often are angels to us. And anybody that's got one, I'm sure you'll agree. Boy, I was surrounded by them this over the last week and a half of, not feeling good. And you can better believe the dogs and the cat knew it, and they were just literally surrounding us in a circle the entire week and a half. Everywhere we went, whether they're laying down or stumbling through the house, they were surrounding us in a circle of love. So good morning, Robin. Happy New Year. Good to have you here. All right, so let's just ask Archangel Chamuel right now to join us, join all of us. So you can just take a minute and let go for a minute and open up your heart, focus on your heart, that heart that is filled with love. And we ask Archangel Chamuel to surround us with your beautiful energy of pink and green, pale green, the energies of love, mercy, and compassion. And are asking Archangel Chamuel to help us see love in every situation and in ourselves. Archangel Chamuel, please help us find healing that we need for ourselves, and to help us see that what we need to see for our highest and greatest good. Ask Archangel Chamuel to fill you with love and help you feel and know of God's deep love for you, to help heal any illnesses, any disease, to clear you of any toxicity, whether it is physical, emotional, or environmental toxicity, including people and situations that are unhealthy. Ask Archangel Chamuel to help heal you from any past trauma, heartbreak, or grief. Ask Archangel Chamuel to help heal any psychological issues such as depression. And also with the very, very healing process of forgiveness. Forgiveness equals freedom. Forgiveness equals freedom. So whether you need, I know it's Caroline Carey's favorite F word, freeing yourself does what? It opens you up to being you. It opens you up to receiving and experiencing the spiritual gifts and all of the gifts, whether they're spiritual or physical, that await you. It opens you up to guiding others. It opens you up to healing others as well as yourself. So freedom equals forgiveness equals freedom, and freedom equals you being able to be you, being able to fulfill your mission on this earth. Multiple missions. We all have multiple missions. But if you're spinning in circles and not getting anywhere, then it's time to get the giant scissors out and cut the cords. And you don't even have to do that, actually. Archangel Chamuel, just ask him, Archangel Chamuel, to help you with anything that needs forgiving, with anything that needs releasing, with anything that needs healing, with anything that needs light shown upon it. Ask Archangel Chamuel to light the way for you. And from this book that I picked up in, I don't know, not too long after it was published, I think. Yeah, it was a while. Well, it was in early 20s, maybe 2020, 21. It's called The Power of Your Angels by Isabel von Folloy. It's a wonderful book because it's a 28-day book, 28 days to finding your path and realizing your life's dreams. This is really wonderful. Good morning. Good morning, Leonelli. Nice to have you here, girl. On day 14, she writes a message from Archangel Chamuel. And this particular day, it's talking about increasing your self-love and your self-confidence. But I just wanted to read a little bit because it's beautiful. So she says, greetings, beloved human being. I am the Archangel Chamuel. In your search for love, you often forget the truly essential, and that is love of yourself. How can there be a kindling of love for you in another person? How can someone cherish you if you speak harsh words, bereft of any self-love to yourself in front of the mirror and elsewhere? I think you realize this is not possible. Should you take the time, though, to learn to love yourself more and more, your vibrational frequency and your resonance will change too. That way you will draw to you people with similar frequency, people who are able to show you the love that you're longing for. And I don't speak here of romantic love only. Call me to your side as often as you like so that I can envelop you in the subtle green and pink lights of love. Breathe in love and breathe out any kind of self-judgment. Repeat this several times and send out the intention to move right now on drawing breath in this way. Move in front of the mirror and look deeply into your own eyes. And at some point, you see your soul and you recognize who you really are, which is a being of love and light. And from this moment onward, you will find it increasingly easier to love yourself. Do this every day, and you will not have to wait long for the changes in your life. Let love be your mantra, and love will be yours. So give that a try. And then in Corinthians, she writes further, in Corinthians 13, 1 and 2. If I speak in the tongues of men and angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to move mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. All right? So love is where it's at. Archangel Chamuel can help you with that. Knowledge of love. Okay, right. Linnell, finally live. I made it. All right, Linnell. Good job. Happy 2026 to you, Linnell. So I'd love to get your feedback on that. How are you feeling about all of this information so far? How are you feeling about Archangel Chamuel? Is that something that you think you can look into your day every day, a couple times a day, and get that guidance from Archangel Chamuel? I mean, what a loving presence. What a loving message. Continuing with the powerful words of love. So let's talk about mercy. And not being Webster's or Noah Webster's dictionary, I can't come up with an immediate definition. But my act of mercy is part of act of forgiveness, but it's so much applies to yourself as well. Having mercy, being mercy, receiving mercy is receiving grace, which is blessings. Being merciful, receiving mercy is receiving a blessing. It is a blessing. So very powerful word, mercy, because it means blessing. And how can you receive mercy? How can you give mercy to others? How can you be a blessing and receive a blessing from others? Something there are a lot of opportunities that are being put in front of us every day, all day, where we can have the choice of responding with love or with mercy, with love or with a blessing. When you respond with mercy, when you respond with blessings, and I know you all know this, but just I'm being asked to tell you, I'm being asked to remind you, then what comes to you automatically and instantaneously is a higher vibration. It's a higher light. It's a higher place of living and being. Your soul already knows that. Therefore you already know that. Oh, we're getting drowned out, I think, quite often. Anybody that has any sort of news playing at any time during the day or is on any kind of, very social media kind of thing. The opinions flying around, the thoughts flying around, the entities that are banking on us reacting, and I do mean entity, negative entity that are banking on us responding negatively, banking on us, giving that energy and helping that energy, that negative energy grow. Be aware of that, please. So offer mercy, offer blessing instead. If you find that you're, all of a sudden, I am 100% guilty and I will be putting the kibosh on it. Don't you love that word kibosh? I don't think it's in the dictionary, but I love it. Putting the kibosh on that right now. It seems to me that it's just engineered for us to lower our vibration and lower our energy and lower our birthright of being able to be in the highest vibrational realm surrounded by God's love. So show mercy, give blessings. Okay? Show mercy, give blessings. There's a lot of unhappy people out there, and I feel badly because they're not experiencing the love and the joy and the compassion that is available to them. They forgot about it, or they don't know about it, or they're just buried under the rubble. So I try to say a prayer for people that just seem so miserable and hope that they can find the joy to make the world a better place and not stir and continue to stir up controversy and anger. It's sort of like, it's worse than the flu. It's an epidemic. It's a pandemic. It's not a good thing. So mercy and blessings, okay? Compassion is the next powerful word that Archangel Michael offers. Wow, compassion, it's all tied in, I think, into one bundle. Just put a ribbon on it. What are we being compassionate about? Yep, it's easy to show compassion to somebody maybe that is sick or struggling outwardly. It's really easy to do. But what about those that have things going on that you can't see, that you don't know about? What about those that are struggling? The animals, people, situations, places. The energy of compassion is extremely powerful. So maybe you see someone that is moving slowly and they're in front of you in line at the store and you're losing your patience and you're wishing they would have just stayed home, or maybe it's just somebody that's gotten on your last nerve. Try to offer compassion to them and see what happens. Sometimes people need the compassion so badly because they're exhausted or they're too sick or their energy is too low for them to ask for it or receive it. And by you offering that energy of love and compassion will make a difference in their life. It is, when people struggle and animals struggle, they lose energy. And so let's try to help them, give them positive, loving, uplifting energy of compassion, of kindness, and just being a good human being. And that's what Archangel Chamuel is asking us to do. That is the light, the energy that Archangel Chamuel brings forth from the heavenly realms, from he who sees God, and is asking us to see people and situations in the way that God does, with love, with mercy, and with compassion. Boom. That's some pretty powerful stuff. What are your thoughts on that? I'd love to hear from you. Linnell says, good morning, all. Much love to share in this incredible space. Yeah, when we're surrounded by angels, it is always incredible, isn't it? And for those of you that missed Linnell's 12 Days of Christmas repertoire, she's so creative. So 12 days before Christmas, she does some singing and bringing the 12 days of Christmas to light in a very lighthearted and creative way. Talk about high energy. Thanks for all of those 12 days of Christmas, Linnell. I can't imagine the 12 days of Christmas without them. All right. So since today is the day of Epiphany, I thought I'd give some messages from our Mother Mary. Mary, Queen of the Angels, and celebrated Mother of Jesus, and which today is the feast or celebration day of those gifts that were received by the three wise men, and not just the gifts of the frankincense and the myrrh and geez, I forgot what the third gift was. Frankincense and myrrh. I don't remember, and we still use those today, don't we? When we're trying to get into a higher vibrational state. Frankincense and myrrh is incredible. Frankincense is also a wonderful essential oil to use for calming, but also for helping with pain. So it has a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Frankincense oil has an ability to help with pain. So keep that in mind if you got some aches and things like that. Used it on one of my brothers quite a lot when he had some severe pain from some health issues, but I would always apply some frankincense oil and it brought him almost immediate relief. And, they make some very nice mixes that you can spray on as well as just apply, the oil in a carrier oil. But keep an eye on that. So to this day, thousands of years later, we're still using that beautiful frankincense oil and myrrh. And does any of my ladies out here remember when Jovan, the perfume company, came out with a frankincense and myrrh scented perfume around the holidays? Oh my gosh, I loved it. It was beautiful. It was unique. And I loved that. I wish they still made that. I wish I could remember what else was in it that made it so special, but it was one of my favorites. They always came out with the best stuff. Kind of, more single note fragrances and just, Robin, you remember it too? So I remember, they still make some like the Jungle Gardenia, I think, but they always had the best perfumes, and they were simple and authentic smelling, at least in my young mind. Yeah, it was the frankincense and myrrh, and I can't remember what other note was in it, but it was wonderful. Wonderful. It's probably like sandalwood and something else, but it smelled so good. I'd buy it every Christmas. All right, so let's get some messages from our beautiful Mother Mary and celebration of the day of Epiphany, our Mary, Queen of the Angels. So if you'd like a message, please let me know. And I'm going to start with Carol Ann. So how's your new year been going, everybody? What? Do you have some fantastic things lined up? Have you been able to think about how you want 2026 to look for you? It's really a process, and at least it's been for me, because I've had so much going on in my life over the last couple of years that I've really gotten exhausted and gone in so many different directions. It was really hard to just focus on any one thing. And so it was really nice to just be able to think about and write it down. I wrote it down, actually, because of course I forget as soon as I write it down. So angel cards are definitely in the book. I've got my couple books that I'm working on, and my art. I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited. I have no idea. I woke up the other night. I was dreaming about, I'll get you just a sec, Carol Ann. Sorry, I'm rabbit trailing here. But I was dreaming about painting these petals on this canvas. And it had the most beautiful shimmering, iridescent. The color was gorgeous. Like this pale lilac color. And it was shimmering, and it was just beautiful. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's keeping me up at night. Carol Ann, this message is from you, from our beautiful Mother Mary. Today I count my blessings, small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. Gifts. It's Epiphany. New gifts that come from God. So, you can't make this up. So there you go, Carol Ann. That beautiful card is for you for 2026. Just beautiful. They're all beautiful. Oops. All right, Miss Maureen. Let's see. I will definitely get yours. I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be for Tiffany. Tiffany. Ooh, Tiffany. Tiffany, I love the layers in this card, but the message is I expect good things to happen, and they do. Optimism. You are definitely optimistic, and you always have fantastic ideas. And so what I'm seeing in this message, Tiffany, is Reverend Tiffany, is, there's something very, very painful happening down here at the bottom. So it's Jesus on the cross. So this is a very painful, dark time in life. And then little by little, things lighten up. And then up here above at the very top, this larger area is full of blessings. It's full of divine insight. It's full of, the word I'm getting is stability, stable. Like I know where I'm at and where I'm going, and it's a perfect alignment. Very, very stable. So this message for you, Miss Tiffany, Reverend Tiffany, keep expecting good things to happen, and they do. All right. Patty, you're next, Miss Patty. Let's see here. Patty, devotion. This beautiful card is devotion, Patty. As you commit fully to your values and relationships and God, you are clear about what to do next. As you fully commit to everything that is good, your values, your relationships, and God, you're clear. And that is also a perfect example of how Archangel Michael can help us see what needs to be seen and help us guide us to get there. Oh, you're welcome, Reverend Tiffany. She said, beautiful message. Thank you so much. And I love you. And I love you too, Tiffany. Speaking of gifts, Tiffany and the Goldylocks Productions team have been a gift for me and have allowed me to share with you and with each other so much, and helping me grow, helping me be where I am today. So thank you, Reverend Tiffany. And I can't talk like that too long because then I get all emotional. Then I start crying. Then my mascara smears, and then my nose runs, and then you'll just have to read my heart. All right, let's see here. Who's next? Okay, Patty, you got that. Maureen on Rumble. Maureen, your message from Mother Mary is about children. So much love. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive change for them and me. And there it is again. Love creating change, love creating miracles. Love is the most powerful energy in the universe. So there you go, Maureen. Thanks for being here, Maureen. Very glad to have you here. All right. Robin, you are next. Well, that one kind of fell out, Robin, but I'm being asked to give you two. Oh, there we go. Oh, cool. All right, Robin. So card number 1 is about signs. I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continually sends. And yes, you do. I know you do. So just reminder and validation. And let's see what's going on here with this. Oh, beautiful. So this artist is doing a painting of the Virgin Mary and the baby Jesus, and surrounded by, I think this is Archangel Uriel holding the light, the torch. So just a reminder that you're watching, noticing, and trusting the signs that you continually get from heaven, and remaining optimistic as well. Remaining optimistic because you do expect good things to happen, and don't stop expecting good things to happen, Robin. Even when things get to be a bit much, or you start, I'm hearing the word steamrolled. So if you're starting to feel steamrolled, Robin, just remain optimistic. Look for those signs that are being given to you so you can let go of the need to focus on things that are draining your energy. I hope that makes sense to you. All right. Linnell, you are next. And Patty says, beautiful message. Thank you so much, Laura. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here. Okay. Linnell. Before I draw a card, Linnell, I am getting the impression of so much energy from you, around you, surrounding you, happy energy, high energy. Be aware of where you're sending that energy. That it's not going off in so many directions that it gets lost. So be intentional about that. And this message for you from Mother Mary is about boundaries. And be clear and honest with yourself and others about expectations. So be aware of boundaries, setting boundaries, respecting boundaries, but not just for others, but for yourself as well. And watch that you're not spinning your energy out like water going through a colander. Make sure that your energy is being sent intentionally, is what I'm being told now, okay? And Maureen says, thank you. You're welcome. And Robin says, I understand the message, spot on. Excellent. I knew you would. All right, everyone watching, this message is for you from our beloved Mother Mary. She reminds you as Queen of the Angels, as well as our Heavenly Mother, as the guide of all mothers and their children. And she reminds us that we are all being watched over, and to allow yourself to feel safe and enjoy your life, knowing that heaven is watching over you and your loved ones. So you have now in your spiritual toolbox an additional Archangel Shamuel, to help you recognize the love within yourself and with others, to help you experience and give mercy and compassion to yourself and to others and to situations, and also to remind you of how powerful you are spiritually. So every time that you are shining the light of love, shining the light of mercy, or the light of compassion, you are doing something at a very powerful level. You're being guided by your own spirit, your own soul. Okay? So remember that you have so much ability to help others, to help the world, to help every situation. And they're kind of asking me to repeat that in more ways than one today, because they want it to be part of your daily life. The angels, God, Mother Mary are saying you have so much ability to help make the world a better place, to help make better for everybody and every living thing. Write it down somewhere. Write it so that you see it every day. And Jessica, good morning, happy or good afternoon or evening. You're from Australia. Greetings and thank you for being here today. How's life in Australia today? Happy New Year. Thanks for being here, and I'd love to give you a message too. So if you were just joining us, we're talking about Archangel Shamuel, who is the Archangel of love, mercy, and compassion and healing, who carries an energy of rose, pink, and pale green. So Miss Jessica, this message is for you from our Mother Mary, telling that you are in touch with your true feelings regarding a situation. So if you're on the fence about something, trust your feelings, trust your inner knowing, and asking Archangel Shamuel to highlight what it is that you need to see if there's something that you're not seeing. But Archangel Shamuel can be your partner in helping you see that which needs to be seen. So trust yourself. You've got tremendous guidance from all in the heavenly realm. Okay, Miss Jessica, that's for you. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some fantastic shows every day of the week. So check back daily to see who is up, what fabulous messages they have for you. Don't forget, you can book a reading with me for an in-depth angel reading that incorporates healing and messages from your angels. You can reach out to me directly, or you can look at my website, which is angelsandhealinglight.com. You can also see me again tomorrow on Marsha Culver's show, The Mile, where I'll be walking a mile with Marsha tomorrow, 11 o'clock. No, I'm sorry, 1 o'clock Eastern time. You're welcome, Jessica. Thank you for being here. We have the Spiritual View shows coming up for our VIP members, our Goldylocks VIP members. We also have the Spiritual Message Circles, which are a couple times a month on Saturday nights. And so we have so many things to offer you every day of the week. So come back often and let's see how we can help your life be calmer and happier and lighter, how your energy helps those that are in this circle as well. We got a really great circle of viewers and friends for several years now. It's so good to have you all together every time. I haven't seen Jill and Roy. Are they unpacking? You're welcome, Carol Ann. So Goldylocks has so much to offer for you. We have a store where you can get things like the journal. I love the idea of getting the journal from Goldylocks Productions. Check out the store. The idea behind the journal is to write down the messages that you received, because it's hard to remember. But when you can sit down and you receive a message, it doesn't, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to sink in. So writing down those messages from when you receive them, and then just checking back to see, okay, how can I really incorporate this? What else do I need to know? What else do I need to know about the messages? There's always more information. So I'm going to finish up just reminding you to ask Archangel Chamuel, who is the angel of love, the angel whose name means sees God. He who sees God. I'm going to remind you to ask Archangel Chamuel to be part of your life. Gotta reach out and ask someone to help fill your heart with love, to help fill your life with love, mercy, and compassion, and guidance, and light, and healing. It is, he's just has such a beautiful energy, like calming, supportive, and kind. So let Archangel Chamuel be part of your life. And let's see. Jill and Roy closed on their new home this morning. Oh, that's exciting. I'm so glad. They've really had a long road, haven't they? Oh, that's great. They must be beside themselves. Well, God bless them and their new home. Fantastic. Robin is not going to be on tonight. You're still being guided to rest. I understand. I didn't think I could possibly sleep any more or any deeper, Robin, with this flu. I'm not sure if that's what you have going on, but that flu was a doozy. So you take care of yourself and make sure you have lots of good fresh fluids and whatever you can possibly do to help with your energy. And I'm going to send you some healing energy right now, if that's okay, to help lift you up and heal you and restore your energy at the right level at the right time. And also, kind of like what happened to me, maybe it's just a perfect opportunity to rest our minds as well as our bodies, rest our minds and be in touch with what it is we're on to doing next. So hopefully everybody has been able to get some time to do that this year. I strongly recommend it. I don't recommend doing it by the flu, but taking that time to sort out and get jettison. I like that word. Jettison that's the beautiful thing about the new year is it's a great opportunity to just take a look back and say, fantastic. Thank you for all the blessings, for everything that I received, for everything that I've had. And let me make the best of this next year with all of those gifts. So to each and every one of you, oh, Robin, I love and appreciate you too, honey. And you feel better, okay? And I'm sending you a big hug, a big hug, a big hug. Oh boy, peanut butter sandwiches. What? I'm hearing peanut butter sandwiches, and I'm hearing peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. What's up with that, Robin? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Well, everybody, I want to thank you for joining me, the first show of 2026. I hope that you now understand more about Archangel Chamuel and will be able to make him part of your life. And I'd love to hear about that the next time around. So I'll be back, actually, not next Tuesday, but 2 weeks from now, which will be the 20th. So I'll be back on the 20th and then again on the 27th of January. So please come back. Please make your notes. Please talk to your angels and love yourself. Start by looking in the mirror and loving yourself and showing love, mercy, and compassion to yourself and others. Okay, everybody? So until next time. Then Robin says she used to eat those while she was pregnant. Wow. Ruh-roh. I love peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. Just saying. They're the best. Okay. It's got to be crunchy peanut butter, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, many angel blessings, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Take care of yourselves. Thanks, Reverend Tiffany. See you soon.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.